This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Gary Price, elder law attorney.
Well, what are the main objectives when planning for a Medicaid? Gary Price is here with all the answers. Good to see you again.
Hello, good morning.
Well, so you're planning for Medicaid because either you need it or you think you might?
Or a lot of times it's a loved one had to go through it, and so now you've got questions, or you heard of someone going through it, so now you have questions, and then you start thinking, well, is there something I need to be doing, to plan for in the event if? And so I have a lot of people that come in and talk to me on the situation of what if. Of course, we have a lot of people that come in to talk to us about we're in a crisis mode here.
Right, it's happening.
It's time to, we got to do something, right?
Well,
right.
If we do sit down with you to plan ahead, I mean, it's got to be a bit of a challenge because you don't want to think about that, and
right.
Yet if we don't think about it, we'll be stuck like the people who are in crisis mode.
That's right. Well, and to give them a benefit, sometimes the crisis mode comes out of surprise, something that was unexpected.
Sure.
But you're right, and so this might surprise you me saying this, but the Medicaid process doesn't come naturally to folks. So I think it's always good, I say this to clients all the time, it's always good that they hear it now, and they hear it maybe later, and they hear it again and again as far as the process, as far as their particular situation, what steps they need to go through or will need to go through. It's good for them to hear it. And when they hear it, a big part of the objective is to respond to their questions, but also respond to their misconceptions, because they always have them, just about always have them. And so that puts them at ease, and that makes the process seem a little better, I think. It's not a good process. I mean,
well,
obviously.
It can't be, but it
so,
necessary.
but we try to. It's not as bad as a lot of people think.
When people come to you for estate planning or whatever else they're going to talk to you about, is this part of the opening conversation? It's
always a part of the conversation. A lot of times if they come to see me for estate planning, there's two conversations we have. I respond to what they're wanting to talk about as far as the estate planning, what their options are with estate planning, but then I want to make sure they understand that estate planning is different than Medicaid planning. So while what we just talked about for estate planning is relevant for estate planning, it's not necessarily effective for Medicaid planning, and so we do talk about both.
When you have created a plan, or if it's before there's a crisis mode, who else needs to know about that plan besides you?
Well, you certainly want to get so if you have a power of attorney, might be a spouse, might be a son or daughter, might be a friend, whomever, you certainly want them involved. They need to know what the next step would be. They don't necessarily need to know the process so much, but they certainly need to know the next step. So, the important people in your life need to be aware of it, but certainly your agent under your power of attorney instrument. Yeah. And that's one thing we want to make sure you have too, whether we're talking estate planning or Medicaid planning and we're not in crisis mode, or if we are in crisis mode, we want to make sure you have your important documents in order, and one of those certainly is power of attorney.
Well, that's why we come see you. How do we get the book, Gary?
Call my office, 812-475-8444. We'll send you a book for free. Inside the book is a free consultation, so we can have that conversation that we just discussed, no charge.
All right. Thank you, Gary Price. We'll be back with more Lifestyles right after this. Stick around.
This portion of Local Lifestyles is sponsored by Gary Price, elder law attorney.